Right, welcome back to Dees TV. Long time out of the action, but we are back with some exciting news. We're joined today by Northampton Saint starlet and club living legend, Reece Marshall, new DOR. Nice to see you, Reece. How you doing?
Nice to see you, mate. How are you? I'm good.
Yeah, living the dream. Good. So it's been a little bit of a while since you've been around the club.
Yeah.
Some time away with playing with the big boys.
Yeah.
Just talk us through a little bit of your career, what you've been up to while you've been away.
Yeah, long time now. So obviously I was at Northampton for about 9 years. Played 60 odd games there, and then finished up there at the end of last season, and joined Chinner in a sort of player coach role, defence coach. It's been really good, really different experience, something completely different from full-time rugby. But having a chat with John and Damo about the opportunity to come back to the club that where I started and everything began in this role just massively appealed to me, and it was something that it's brought me back round.
Fantastic. Mentioned there that you've played. Obviously, you've played in the pro leagues, and you've played in the semi-pro leagues. Let's call it with Chinner. Just talk to me about the difference that you've found and the experiences that you've had going from it being a full-time job to playing with lads that sort of train twice a week.
Yeah, massively different. You don't get to spend as much time with each other, which is something that I probably have slightly missed. That being part of that environment every day in your working life. But the other side to it, it's been brilliant actually getting out of rugby and having different experiences in life, and starting my new job, which Chinner basically helped me out with, and it's been brilliant and really enjoyable. I say massively different, lots of different learnings about myself and about life in general, but something I feel like I've sort of taken on and made the most of.
Fantastic, yeah. You're making that transition as at the minute with Chinner from player to coach.
Yeah.
What guided that decision? Because you're still 28. You're fairly young.
Yeah. I've been coaching for since I was 18. I used to coach down here. I've coached down at BBOBs, who I think will be in our league next season. I'm pretty sure Northampton.
I think
BBOBs.
so. Yeah.
Coached Northampton University, and then obviously went on to coach a bit of Chinner. It's something I've always massively enjoyed. I've always felt confident in. I've always felt something that I've always wanted to improve in myself, as I said, since a young age. And I guess for me, the time was right. I felt like, it's hard to explain. It's not that I didn't enjoy playing rugby or anything anymore like that, but that excitement also to becoming a coach and doing it at the club I started at and loved.
Yeah.
It sort of tipped the scales to me to be like, right, no, this is the right decision. And
Sure.
If you have confidence in what you want to do, and and feel like you can be a good influence again in that respect, it's something that I wanted to do.
Awesome. Yeah. So that you get from coaching now, leading into this coming season, what's exciting you most about being back home?
Just excited to work with everyone here, really. I know there's a lot of good people at the rugby club, and a lot of volunteers, a lot of people giving up a lot of their own time. And I think the exciting thing for me is to get involved in that, buy into that whole environment, from under sevens to a girls team, our women's team, our first team, our second team, and anyone working behind the bar. Just immerse myself in that environment again, and have be a contributing factor as off the field rather than on it. I've always, I suppose, seen myself as that contributing factor on the field, but how can I use other skills I've learned in life and to make the most of the opportunity here, and hopefully help the club move forward.
So lots and lots of stuff going on at the moment for you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to dwell too much on the playing side of things, because there's very few decisions been made yet, or anything like that. So we're not going to spend any time talking about that. But in terms of looking forward to those decisions that are going to have to be made, how can people reach out to support the club and yourself?
Look, I think you know, the club's always looking for sponsors. The club's always looking for people to jump in on board and help out as much as possible. And that's part of the beauty of having a community rugby club. That, you know, everyone wants to help out. Everyone wants to get involved. In terms of playing side, I feel like I'm a very approachable character. I feel like I am happy to have conversations with people, even if they are slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah. We
need to have those conversations, and I feel like going forward, it will always be for the best interest of the club and the best interest of the person. At the end of the day, it's there's no witch hunts here. There's no need for that. What it is we need to improve as people around the club. We need to improve as rugby players, and everyone needs to get on board with what we're trying to achieve, which hopefully is the whole club going forward and coming together.
Awesome. So in terms of the local community, we've got, as you've mentioned, we've got homes for 50,000 people coming in and around us. Where does that fit into this club for you, and how do you think that we can improve the community as well as improve the club?
I just see it as a great opportunity. We've got loads of local businesses. We've got loads of businesses that are massive, really. And I think on that side of things, we need to get, as like I was just saying before, as many people as we can involved in those businesses, as many people as can reaching out to those businesses, including myself, and become a hub for this community. We said we've got 50,000 houses, you know, built around the club. We have to delve into that. We have to push ourselves into that. And I believe we're in a great location. We've got, as I said many times before, we've got great people here. And I think as long as we just push ourselves into that community, there's no reason why we can't thrive because of it.
Super. Last question. We'll keep it quite a light, fun one. Career highlight. What was your defining career moment so far?
Oh, so far, yeah.
You might take us to the NPL Cup final this year.
Potentially. It's got to be winning a trophy with Northampton, so the Premiership Cup. It was a great season in general, and to top it off with, you know, winning a trophy, you know, they're the things you remember, and it's, you know, not a lot of people get to win trophies, so might not be the biggest trophy in the world, but it was a hell of an achievement at the time with a young up and coming squad, and one that was coming together, and you know, hopefully it's coming to fruition now. So no, yeah, definitely that.
Awesome. Well, Reece, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Have a great pre-season.
Cheers, thank you.